might just sit in this corner and chill. That's what's going to happen. So 4-0 for Vitality.
Alex has a Molotov that he could throw in there in like the last 5 seconds. That would be really cruel, really mean.
Really funny.
And really funny, yeah, you're right. So far, not happening. He's going to try and run for it in the last second with the UMP, turning the corner, and he did spot him. Losing the UMP, maybe not such a big deal. 4-0 in favor of Vitality. This is, you know, great. If you're a fan of French Counter-Strike, then, you know, right now you're enjoying this. You're thinking, yeah, all right, slow start on map 1, map 2 looking better. Third map will be Overpass, which would be interesting.
Well, it would be interesting because yesterday we watched Furia play on it, and neither of us were super pleased with what we saw out of them, even in a victory. So it would be funny to see what they were able to work on potentially overnight, or if they played it any differently.
Yeah.
Some late utility coming outside. Art and Vinny throwing up that smoke wall. Yuri was there, but he's not super committed quite yet. But that's going to force some rotations. You can see one player moving to drop in towards Vent. You see an Opera already in the stairwell. Apex is moving downstairs as well. And Furia going to start challenging, going to start slowly encroaching on Shocks and Ramp Room. But all this utility is being used in other places. First the smoke wall outside, the Molotov towards upper. They're trying to make sure that Shocks is going to be very much alone, or that someone would get pulled away and have to come back into the crosshair of K-Serrato, who is waiting to punish someone. And now back to the upper bomb site we go.
Going out through the smoke and catching RPK. Apex goes down and coming through Mini Alex. I mean, he barely gets that kill. He's down to 13 health. And Simbu's low earlier from the Molotov, and they can't even go for
back
this.
to the upper bomb site. That's a really cool tactic. I mean, they pulled everyone, as many people as possible, away from that upper bomb site and into awkward positions when they come back, just so that they can re-execute. And the thing I like most about it is that they didn't waste any time when they came back to Hut. They realized, like, if the fake is going to be with the utility, we have to hit this immediately. We can't just stand out here until 30 seconds is left. They actually, the timing they hit that upper bomb site is about 50. And that's when both players out in the open in the middle of the upper bomb site. So fair play for Furia.
I think if they actually had gone ramp room, it would have been such a disaster anyway. Just trying late to lurk in for that one, but not successful. Alex got to be careful here. He's only taking 3 damage from the bomb, but looked like it was close. When they put up that wall of smokes outside for sort of the initial, you know, pretending that there was some pressure there, Cyber, I'm pretty sure he went back behind Apex Flashbang to look up the stairs, and he would have seen no one behind the red container. So I think probably Vitality had a feeling like, well, we know they're not in the outside area, so I think they would have been ready for a ramp room push, and obviously it felt like that for a little bit, right? There's some grenades thrown in there.
I think when you see the wall of smokes in general, the ramp player just gets kind of put on notice, because that's the most common place to pinch to get down lower as well and help that attack come into play.
Definitely is, yeah.
The problem, too, is once you peek up behind that red box and see nobody there, they could be in front of the smoke wall. We've seen so many variations of that. But towards the upper bomb site we go. Again, the timing. Apex is ready this time. He's got 2. The second one right through the smoke. Never even had to see him. And dropping down the vents. Yuri's trying to make an audible happen. He does not have the bomb. That's on Henny, who is stuck in the door room. So this drop down to lower becomes a flank to try and ease some of the pressure they're feeling from the defense.
We need, no manner of speaking, finding Alex. Henny and K-Serrato now. 2 versus 5. Man, it is cool with the explosive aggression coming out of that one, and they had waited for the initial round of grenades, like they didn't run into the first sort of layer of Molotovs. But when you're fighting through the edge of that smoke and it's just like all spray battle, when Apex gets that double kill, there's no round left really. Like it happens so quickly, right? And I'm almost shocked that nobody could reply. Were they all flashed when that was happening as well? Like it looked like Apex were flashed at least for the first kill, but
I think it might just be hard. It's a chaotic situation. Everyone's trying to get out the door, and obviously with the smoke in the way, you can't even see who's shooting at you, even if you're not blind. So Furia going to call for an early save with about 30 seconds left in the round. Henny going to back off. K-Serrato going to back off, and that's fine. 2 players, Vinny and Yuri, can buy in the next round. They'll be able to drop an AK-47 over to Art.
Yeah, so they've got something to work with here in spite of everything.
Or a Krieg, really.
Yeah.
Or an AWP.
Just do whatever you want at that point in time. They have a lot of money, which is surprising. I mean, I guess the round loss bonus, but still. Yeah, 5-1. Vitality off to such a better start on Nuke.
And two saves. 2 rounds lost due to time for Furia, not because they ran out in terms of trying to attack, but just because there was no chance of winning the round that they're trying to preserve the weapons. 2 of those in the first, 6 rounds of the game is not ideal. Money is pretty good for the defensive side, and we're going to get a timeout from Furia as they want to make some adjustments to some strategies that obviously aren't working too well.
If I'm Furia, I'd be interested in maybe just going for the straight vent dive.
Okay.
As opposed to the one that happens later in the round. It's like a secondary thing. We're like, oh well, everything else falling apart, and I'm down the vent, so maybe I could do something like that. That isn't the same, or or trying to hide next to the vent, like Art was trying to do that one round. But actually, just getting down there early. I mean, you can do so many things from there, right? Like you can even just have that guy, operating on his own for a while, and finding out what's happening across the map. Looks like it's not going to be this round, at least. Instead, Art will open up with a kill on Alex, in fact. That's over at Squeak, I think.
Yeah, that's a great find. That is a great find, Hav. You're exactly right. That is at Squeak. A lot of smokes outside as well. Smoke and Mini, smoke towards ramp room 3. 4 smokes outside, I believe it was. They're just starting to fade now. Yuri's using it to be close up around the mini wall. Art just getting to red box as well at this point. Henny up above. How much damage can Shox do? Ooh, and he's lucky to get away.
Yeah, he is spotting out a couple. I think he spotted 2 people there, so...
This is a big play from Art, though. He's gotten here so quickly and so secretly. ZywOo just turned it. Oh, he's got him. What a peek. I don't even think he knew he was there moving up along, but he reacted so quickly. Probably pre-aiming deep into yard and flicks it down very nicely. This upper bomb site, though, is still going to be the end game for Furia. How much success can they have? RPK and Apex playing deep into the bomb site.
4 on 4 for all of a second there. RPK taken down, and now Apex on the bomb side. They're coming in from every side, and Henny, that's a good fight to be winning now. 2 versus 3, and a lot of trouble here. ZywOo walking into the shot against Vinny, but that off angle, I mean, he's just not expecting it, and Shox will go down. K Serrato, a good double kill in that round. Furia playing this one much more tempered than we normally see them, but it worked out really well. And
they happen to get a kill in that upper bomb site through the smoke, so they get a little bit of luck going their way to help make that hit much more effective, which you won't have every single round, but still, got to be happy about that second round win, and you've got to be happy about the fact that it's taken all of the money essentially away from the Vitality side. Apex, ZywOo at 50, Shox at 0, Alex at 300. RPK's got the most, just below 1,000. So, big round for Furia. If they can add one more on top of it, they should be able to cause a weaker investment from the defense and make things easier for them to grind some rounds out early.
Yeah, that's a lot hinges on this for Vitality. I mean, they've done a fine job early on in this first half, but they can extend it so much if they can live through this round and start to break down the Brazilian side economy again. Classic setup outside, the wall, the Molotov to make sure you don't get peeked from anyone there. Through this round and start to break down the creeping by. No one shooting through any gaps or anything, which has been a feature of this map lately. A lot of people watching for those feet that are coming through. ZywOo at the first corner with the AWP. This is exactly the place I would hate to run into ZywOo. I mean, hate to run into ZywOo anywhere, but just, at a corner where he can like take a shot, run back to the next one, take one more shot, and there's like 4 or 5 times you can do that throughout that hallway system down there. So you just don't want to be doing that. That's a good opening. Apex
got a little bored. Good find from Alex, but there's still so many more. There's one wrapping around him from the other direction as well. He did not have enough support out there. And Art again is going to pressure towards Heaven. This time he takes a different route. He takes the low road, and he's going to be able to find Shox in the back, who had just turned and just had an opportunity. RPK, they know his position as well now. That's a great headshot. That's a good recovery after being dinked. Not as much damage on RPK as Furia would have liked. So one player and upper, and that's the only information they have, and he's gone. And now ZywOo and AWP coming up vents is not a very fun time, and they know it.